Oh, hey Smarties. Welcome back. I was just looking at today through a kaleidoscope. You know what a kaleidoscope does? It takes what you see and it breaks it into tiny fragmented pieces and lets you see it a completely different way. It takes things that are beautiful and it makes them look more beautiful, and it takes things that are maybe not as attractive, even ugly. And when you look at it through a kaleidoscope, when it blends it all together and twists it and breaks it up, it just is remarkable how it looks so different than it looks when you see it just the way it actually is. Today was that day. You know, that day. Everybody has that day. We just don't usually have that day on the same day all together. So, you know, it's April 1st, which is April Fool's Day. Great day to play a prank or a joke, but it wasn't a joke today. The bad news was real news. I became a displaced teacher, a virtual teacher. Teaching is my superpower, and I still have a class. I just can't take them to my classroom, my real classroom, the building one where we all met together. Now we just have to meet like this, where I look out and I can imagine you there, but I can't actually see each of you and you're not all together. Boy, today was that day, the day that I felt oddly human. And then I thought, well, I have a book about that, about being human. And so today seemed like the right day to share it. Now I want you to come to this book like a pirate. We're going to read like a pirate because the goal is to write. And the very best writers pirate or take all the good ideas that other authors and illustrators use, and they transfer those ideas into their own writing with their own voice and their own mind's eye and their own interpretation as a creator. But they're inspired by what they lift off the page of another. So they kind of move it forward. So I want you to think, as we navigate through this adventure, where is the treasure? What is it that we can take away from this book today when we very carefully look closely? This is not a kaleidoscope. This is a kaleidoscope. When we look very closely at all the pages and we see what the author and what the illustrator did, and we want to find at least one or more than one fabulously grand idea that we can pirate and take and put in our own arsenal or our own treasure box of ideas for when we come to our writing. So let's read like a pirate. I Am Human, a book of empathy by Susan Verde, art by Peter H. Reynolds. Peter H. Reynolds is one of my favorite authors. He's the author of Ish, which we've already read, and The Dot, which we're going to read. I'm going to take the jacket cover off so it's not flapping. If you look underneath, the jacket cover looks a little bit different than the book cover. It doesn't have the title on the book cover. It does have the main character, but not the title and the author. I Am Human, a book of empathy by Susan Verde, art by Peter H. Reynolds. I was born a miracle, one of billions, but unique. I am human. I am always learning. Boy, one would hope, huh? I'm finding my way. I'm choosing my path on this incredible journey. I have big dreams. I see possibility. I have endless curiosity. I make discoveries. I have a feeling of wonder. I'm amazed by nature. I have a playful side. I find joy in friendships. I am human. But being human means I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I can hurt others with my words, my actions, and even my silence. I can be hurt too. I can be fearful of things I don't yet understand, and timid to try something new. I have a heavy heart when I feel sadness. I am human. But then I remind myself that because I am human, I can make choices. I can move forward. A poor choice can become a better choice with thoughtfulness. A bad day can become a great day with kindness. I can act with compassion and lend a helping hand. I can treat others with equality and be fair. I can choose not to fight, but instead to listen and find common ground. I can say, I'm sorry, and ask for forgiveness. I am human, one of billions, but unique. I am not alone. I am connected to my friends, to my family, to the world. We are all humans together. And I will keep trying to be the best version of me. I am full of hope. I am human. There was a lot in that for today, for any day, but especially for today. Because today was a day that a lot of us, especially teachers in the state of California, and probably other states as well, felt oddly human. And now we have to reach in and get our superhuman selves, our superpower, super teacher selves, and rise above all of this. But today, for a lot of us, it was a really sad day. For me, beginnings are always hard because it's the start, and endings are always sad because something's over. And while our school year isn't over, our time together is. The way we had it. So now we're going to have a new normal. So this book, part of the power of this book is its focus on one of the 10 superpowers, one of Super Teacher's 10 superpowers. And that is the superhero habit, power number 3 of the powerful 10, and that's empathy. So this is the symbol that I use for empathy. And empathy is to understand and share other people's feelings. So when we read this book, beyond Peter Reynolds' amazing illustrations, what I was thinking of is what we could lift is the idea of what it means to be human and personalize it. So in your writing today, tomorrow, another day, when you're notebooking or journaling or creating a personal narrative or a fictional narrative, what I want you to think about is what makes you human and what makes human the people around you. It's our limitations, certainly, but it's also the things that we do to rise above and beyond what kind of could cripple us And right now, the whole world is facing something that's very difficult. The whole world, not just me and not just you, not just your neighbors, not just your school, but everyone, everywhere in the whole world. There were some things in this book that talked about sadness, and today's a sad day for me. You take a teacher out of the classroom, but you can't take the classroom out of the teacher. And I miss my students because they're not just my students, they're my kids. But one of the pages here that really reached out to me right now is that I can be fearful of things I don't yet understand. And we're living in a time where there are some things that we don't understand. Even grown-up people who know a lot of things and a lot of things about what's going on don't fully understand it. So now is a time to pull out our brave, not just our empathy where we share our feelings and we are concerned about other people's feelings and we relate to them, but also finding our brave to be strong and brave through times that we don't understand. And the something new is going to be learning a different way, is going to be greeting each other a different way, is going to be learning how to be in a space like your home a different way, and to be satisfied and content. And today, I have a heavy heart because I feel a lot of sadness. But the choice I made is to spend time with you, to look for a book like this, to spend time creating content for my students, creating special times for my children, and also taking some time to myself. So these are the things that I want you to think about as a pirate as we come to the conclusion of this very, very powerful book, and very pertinent and timely too. I Am Human. The book is by Susan Verde and the art is by Peter H. Reynolds. And the focus again is on the third superhero habit, the third of the 10 powers, empathy. And remember, empathy is understanding and sharing other people's feelings. So thanks for sharing this story with me. This was a little bit somber, trying to let the tears get down my face, but it's really hard because I miss you. I miss you, my little TK students, and all the other people out there. Someone's missing you right now too, and you're probably missing them. I know my kids are missing their friends and teachers too. So until we all get to be reunited again, I'm happy that you at least got to spend some time with me here. So until we meet again in the screen as your virtual teacher, have a great, empathetic day and night and lifetime. Here's some love. Here's some pride. Put it inside.